And this segment of the Inland Sports Show is brought to you by Kin Sporting Goods in Norco. Number one in the Inland Empire for uniform, sports equipment, Letterman's Jeans, Boost Performance in Corona. Athletes of all levels and all sports train at Boost. And also ask about the Bass Private School. Paulson Orthodontics in Redlands. Personalized treatment you deserve from an orthodontist you can trust. Chick-fil-A in Rialto, right off the 210 freeway at Ayala Drive. Eat more chicken. Garcia's left-footed. Yo, what is up, guys? Thank you for tuning in on a Sunday night. I'm Pep Fernandez, live at home as we go over our league championship predictions here. In fact, I was just tallying the final numbers here, so I'm a little still scattered because I was calculating the numbers. And again, this does not work unless you guys want to participate out there. I put it out there for all our local coaches to vote who they think will win all the leagues in the Inland Sports Show coverage areas. Some results were very interesting, and maybe we will continue to do something like this maybe before like week 6, before most teams go to league play, and see if the voting changes at all. Maybe some teams will surprise us in a non-league play. We'll have to see and find out. And again, I appreciate the coaches voting. And this goes back to, as well as the Boost Top 25 Coaches Poll. Maybe we will continue that throughout the season. We will definitely have the Boost Top 25, but it's kind of fun to gauge what the coaches out there are saying as well. So if you guys want to continue to participate, be interactive with the Inland Sports Show, we'd love to hear it. Maybe we'll do a fan poll too, see if the coaches and the fans are thinking the same thing. So with that said, this will not be a very long video. We're going to run down the results right now. I will tell you, before we look at the numbers, we had 2 leagues that were unanimous. Every single vote I received was for one team in that league, so they got 100% of the vote. And there was another league that was 50%. 2 teams split the votes right down the middle. This is going to be a lot of fun. Again, this is supposed to be fun. You know, this is high school football, right? So we're getting excited for the 2023 high school football season. So without further ado, let's do this. Here are the 2023 predicted league champions in our area, brought to you by Boost, Kins, Paulson Orthodontics, and Chick-fil-A. All right, Big West lower. Murrieta Mesa coming in at 67%. I will say there was a couple votes for Great Oak in there as well, but Murrieta Mesa 67%. Big West upper, Centennial with 88% of the vote. Again, voting is strictly confidential. I will not reveal who votes for what team, but I will say there might have been some coaches out there a little bit biased towards another school, but that's okay. Centennial still the heavy favorite at 88%, and that's why we do this. We love doing this. This is fun. Citrus Belt League, Cajon with 63% of the vote. Citrus Valley did get a number of votes as well. The Inland Valley League was very interesting because, let's see, I'm looking at the results right now. There were, there were four different schools that received votes for league champions, but it was Hemet coming out on top with 57% of the vote. And then the 2 leagues that had unanimous choices, that was the Ironwood League with Aquinas and the Ivy League with Orange Vista. Orange Vista and Aquinas both winning those league titles from last season, and both schools are loaded again. So 100% of the vote. Manzanita League, Temecula Prep, T-Prep looking like they are going to repeat. At least that's what local coaches think. T-Prep with 67% of the vote. The Mesquite League, Linfield Christian and Deshaun Burns, 80% of the vote. The Mountain Pass. Okay, here was that one league that was split right down the middle. San Jacinto, CIF champion from a year ago, Mountain Pass League champ, all that good stuff. But Liberty, right? The Bison quickly on the rise, and they're supposed to be loaded this season, so we'll see. That game when they play head-to-head will be a huge game, but right now, based on the coaches that sent in their votes, split right down the middle. We can't decide. 50-50 as we're right on the fence. Mountain Valley League, A.B. Miller with 57% of the vote. Excuse me, a couple other teams did get votes in that one as well. River Valley League, Norte Vista at 63% of the vote. We did get a number of votes for Ramona, last year's champion. They lost a lot of seniors. We've said this before, but they've got some guys back, so Ramona should still be pretty strong. San Andreas League, Kaiser, 78% of the vote in the San Andreas League. They're the heavy favorites there, the Cats. Skyline League, San Gorgonio with 44% of the vote. So very similar to the Inland Valley League, the Skyline League had a bunch of different teams receive first place votes. San G, of course, Fontana High School, Colton, Rialto, Bloomington, all of those schools received league champion votes, but it was San Gorgonio coming out with the most as they got 44% of the vote. Sunbelt League, Vista del Lago holding off Paloma Valley. Last year's champion, VDL, coming in with 57% of the vote. And finally, in the Sunkist League, it was Jurupa Hills with 63% of the vote. Eisenhower got a couple votes. Summit got a couple votes as well, but Jurupa Hills with 63% of the vote. So that's how the 2023 league champion predictions look based on the local coaches voting. So if you're a local coach out there, thank you so much for sending in your vote. We really do appreciate it. We're talking about current head coaches, former head coaches, assistant coaches. We wanted to hear from everybody, so we really do appreciate it. For you guys playing a part, because again, this is fun. This is high school football. We're just trying to get excited, get the juices flowing for the 2023 season. We got scrimmages this week, for real next week in week 0. So here we go, and maybe we'll do the league championship predictions again, maybe around week 5 before we actually get to league play for most teams. So that might be fun. So, and again, the Boost Top 25, if we want to do a coaches poll still, I'm willing to do it, but it's up to you guys too. We need the coaches to send in their votes each and every week. We'll probably calculate the votes every Sunday night. So once we get closer to that, the first week 0 games, we'll remind everyone and see if we want to do the coaches poll as well. I think it would be a lot of fun. All right, so those are your league championship predictions. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. Lots of great football content coming your way this coming season. I'm Pep Fernandez. We'll see you next time.